Hi friends, this is Manikanda Prasanna Kumar and welcome to my channel Maths with Money. You can follow me on my Facebook page Maths with Money. Regarding myself, I was selected in RRB NTPC and also SSC CGL and I have 3 years experience in teaching quantitative aptitude. In this video, I'll explain the questions which were asked in SSC CGL 2018. 2018 SSC CGL Tier 2, that is mains lo adigina questions, and the exam was conducted on September 12th 2019. I already discussed 80 questions out of 100 questions, and in this video I'll explain question number 81 to question number 90. Okay, so before starting of the video I want to tell you few things, that is availability of pure maths PDFs in Instamajo. So the links are given in the description. I gave you links for all the PDFs in the description. So which PDF you want, you have to click on that link and you will get the PDF. Okay. So which PDFs are available to purchase are APPSC General Studies previous year questions compilation, that is based on topic wise, and these are the topics, and more than 580 questions are available in this PDF. And not only that, regarding mathematics, that is that to pure maths, we have these topics like geometry and mensuration 2D, like triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, and inscribing figures and shaded regions. All these topics are available. And not only that, 3D mensuration, algebra, trigonometry, progressions, and coordinate geometry are also available. And the aspirants who are particularly preparing for APPSC DAO exam, which was conducted by APPSC Divisional Accounts Officer, for that exam the 3 topics, statistics, matrices, and sets and function, these 3 topics has more weightage compared to other topics. These are also available, and all the materials are available in the language English, not in Telugu. Okay, in English you will get all the materials. Okay, I hope all of you clear with this availability of PDFs, and now I'll start question number 81. First problem for this video. 81. 5 years ago, the ratio of the age of A to that of B was 4:5. Suppose it is a present ages. Okay, A is to B. 5 years back, that is minus 5, from present minus 5 years back. What about the ratios of A is to B? Ages 4:5. Very good. 5 years hence means after 5 years the ratio of the age of A to that of B will be 6:7. What is the ratio? 6:7. Now what next? If at present C is 10 years younger than B, at present C is 10 years younger than B, that is age of B minus 10 years is the age of C, then what will be the ratio of the present ages of A to that of C? So you have to find out the present age of A and you have to find out the present age of C and find the ratio of both between them. Okay, it is very simple. Whenever you solve the age related problems, please observe. I'll explain some concept related this. For suppose if I am for suppose 25 years old, if I am 25 years old and my brother is for suppose 27 years old. Okay, after 10 years, what is my age? 35 years. And what about my brother's age? 37 years. After 5 years, what about my age? 40 years. And what about my brother's age? 42 years. So after so many years, here if you observe clearly, suppose this is the present ages. What about the difference of my age to my brother age? 27 minus 25, 2. After 10 years, what about the difference? 37 minus 35, 2. What about my difference of my age to my brother age after 5 years? It is also 2. So in age related concept, please remember the difference between the difference between the ages of the two persons should be same in any year. Okay, so if I apply the same concept here, okay, here if you observe clearly, in before 5 years, what is the difference? 5 minus 4, 1. Okay, after 5 years, 7 minus 6, 1. Okay, so since the concept of ages is clear here, that's why I need not multiply any number with to the both the conditions, since it is satisfies. Next, what happened? Here 4 units, it becomes 6 units. How much increase? 2 units. Here 5 units become 7 units. How much increase? 2 units. So 2 units represent how many years? This is 5 years and it is 5 years. Total 10 years. 2 units 10 years. So 1 unit equal to how much? 5 years. Since 1 unit is 5 years, what about 4 units? 4 into 5, 20 years. What about 5 units? 5 into 5, 25 years. So, before 5 years or 5 years ago, the ages of A and B are 20 and 25. So, what about present age? 20 plus 5, 25, and 25 plus 5, 35. So, the present age of B is 35. Since the present age of C is B minus 10, so 35 minus 10. So, what is that? That is a 25. Yes. Clear? Now, what you have to find out? 20 and 25. Okay. 25, sorry, here you are taken 5. 25 plus 5 years as 30 years. Since age of B is 30, okay, so what about age of C? 30 minus 10, that is 20 years. Now you have to find out A is to C, present age of A, that is 25, and present age of C, that is 20. So how much? What is the ratio? 5 5s, 5 4s, 5 is to 4. Where it is? First option is the correct answer. Clear all of you? This type of model is very important. Okay, సో చాలామంది ఏంటంటే నార్మల్గా చేయాలనుకుంటారు, చేయొచ్చు, బట్ వెన్ యూ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇన్ దిస్ మెథడ్, డెఫినెట్లీ ఇన్ 10 to 20 seconds easily you can solve it. Okay, I hope you understand this method. If you have any doubts regarding this method, you can ask me in the comment section. Next, 82. The market price of an article is 800 rupees and it is sold at a discount of 19%, and at a discount of 19%. If there is a gain of 8%, by what percent above the cost price was the article marked? Okay, it is very simple. Discount is given on MP. Yes, MP is to SP. Yes. Next, gain, profit percentage is always on cost price, CP, and it is SP. Now take the percentages. So what here? Discount 19%. Means 19 by 100. If 100 rupees is the market price, selling price is equal to how much? 100 minus 19, that is 81 parts is the selling price. Okay. Next, profit of 8% means 2 by 50, 2 by 25, sorry. 2 by 25. That means if 25 rupees is cost price, then what about selling price? 27. Yes. So very simple. ఇంకేముంది, అయిపోయింది. So now by direct multiplication, you will get SP cancel. Finally you will get what? MP is to CP. 25 ones, 25 fours, 27 ones, 27 threes. So 4 into 1, 4, 3 into 1, 3. That is, if MP is 4 parts, what about CP? 3 parts. What he was asking, by what percentage the cost, above the cost price was the article marked. Here see 3 parts is cost price and 4 parts is marked price. How much increase it is there on marked price? 1 part upon cost price, that is 3 parts into 100. 1 by 3 into 100 means a 33 1 by 3 percentage. Where it is? That is first option. So first option is the correct answer. That's it. Okay. Next one, that is 83. 40 liters of 60% concentration of acid solution is added to 35 liters of 80% concentration of acid solution. What is the concentration of acid in the new solution? Here you can use which method? Eligation method, mixtures and eligation. So 40 liters has 60% concentration and 35 liters has 80% concentration. So what about the overall concentration? Clear, you have to find out the mean concentration or average concentration of all the solution, total solution. Okay, what about the ratio? 5 8s, 5 7, 8 is to 7. How do you find out this? Suppose it is x, so x is equal to multiplication directly 8 into 60 plus 7 into 80 by 8 plus 7. So 8 into 60 how much? 480, 7 8s 560 by 15. 480 plus 560. Yes. 480 plus 560. 1040 by 15. So 5 3s, 5 2s, 5 8s. So 208 by 3 percentage, that is how much? 69 1 by 3 percentage. Where it is? Third option. So this is one method, general method. You can directly solve the value of x is equal to multiplication of these two and multiplication of these two by sum of these two values. Otherwise, how can you solve this? Same, you have to apply eligation only, but the solving of x is in different way. How? I'll explain this clearly. Observe it. Here same, it is x and it is 60% and it is 80% and it is 8 and it is 7. 8 is to 7, yes, because 40 is to 35 means 8 is to 7. How can you solve the value of x in another method? That is this. So here the ratio is 8 is to 7 and you have to take the difference of these two. What is the difference of 60 and 80? 20% is divided into 8 is to 7 parts. That means 8 parts and 7 parts. Total how many parts? 15 parts is given as a 20%. So what about one part? 20 by 15, that is 4 by 3 percentage. Now you can calculate 8 parts or 7 parts, either any of that, 8 parts or 7 parts. If I take 7 parts, if one part is 4 by 3, then what about 7 parts? It is a 28 by 3 percentage. Yes, 28 by 3 means 9 1 by 3 percentage. So 7 parts become how much? 9 1 by 3 percentage. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 60 plus 9 1 by 3. That is how much? 69 1 by 3 percentage. Otherwise, another thing, if you don't want to find out 7 parts, if you want to find out 8 parts, 8 parts equal to how much? It is 8 into 4, 32 by 3 percentage. 32 by 3 means a 10 2 by 3 percentage. So 8 parts becomes a 10 2 by 3 percentage. Then what is the value of x? It is equal to 80 minus 10 2 by 3. 80 minus 10 2 by 3 percentage, that is equal to how much? Here also 69 1 by 3 percentage. In both the cases you will get the same answer. So that's why you will take either 7 parts or 8 parts. Okay, if you take 7 parts, 60 plus 9 1 by 3, or if you take 8 parts, 80 minus 10 2 by 3 percentage, because in eligations method you have to take the difference of higher to lower. Yes, so that's why the value of x is 69 1 by 3 percentage. Okay, that is third option. Next, 84. The number of factors of 3600. How do you find out the number of factors? Suppose there is a number x. If I write this x as product of the prime numbers, okay, with powers. Suppose p1 power a, p1 power b, p1 power p2, and it is p3 power c, and so on, where p1, p2 and p3 are prime numbers. So when you write down a number as product of prime numbers or prime factorization, then the number of factors of x is equal to, what is the value? A plus 1, that is powers తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట, a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1, and so on. Okay, so write down 3600 as prime factorization, prime factors. So 3600 is equal to, it can be written as 60 into 60. Avuna? 60 can be written as 4 into 15. So 60 square means 4 into 15 square. So 4 means 2 square, power 2, that is 2 power 4. 3 into 5, that is 3 square into 5 square. Now prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. And now what about the number of factors? So number of factors equal to 4 plus 1, 2 plus 1, and here also 2 plus 1. 5 into 3 into 3. How much it is? 45. That is second option. So in number system you have to remember number of factors and sum of number of even factors, number of odd factors, sum of all the factors, sum of even factors, sum of odd factors. Okay, these formulas are very important in number system. I told all the things. Okay, you have to watch that video also. Okay, next 85. This is another important one. X plus y plus z is equal to 2, and xy yz plus zx is equal to minus 11, and xyz equal to minus 12, then what is the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 2 under root? Okay. So if you have more practice, on these type of models, then by observing these values you can write down some values for x, y, z which satisfies all these three conditions. So by observing I can write directly, if I take x is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 3 and z is equal to 1. If I add all the things, 4 minus 3 plus 1, 2. Excuse me. Next, if I multiply these 3, 4 into minus 3 into 1, minus 12. And similarly, product of any 2 and sum. So 4 into minus 3, minus 12, minus 3 into minus 1, minus 3, and 4 into 1, 4. So how much? It is minus 11. So since it satisfies all the three conditions, I can directly write x is 4, minus 3, 1. So substitute these values here. X cube, that is 4 cube, 64. Minus 3 whole cube, that is minus 27. Z cube, that is 1, minus 2. 64 plus 1, 65. Minus 29. How much? 36 under root. 36 under root is 6. Where it is? Second option. That's it. Otherwise, how can I solve it? I can solve in another way also. Okay. How? If I know the value of x plus y plus z and xy, yz, zx and xyz, I have direct formula to find out x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to x plus y plus z into x plus y plus z whole square minus 3 into xy plus yz plus zx. I told you this formula in the previous shift videos also. Okay, so you have to find out this value. Yes, so what is the value of this? Minus 3 xyz, xyz equal to how much? Minus 12. So minus 3 into minus 12, 36. 36 goes to this plus, and x plus y plus z, it is equal to 2. Okay, and x plus y plus z, that is a 2 square, minus 3 into minus 11. So 36. Sorry, it is a minus 3 minus 12 plus 36, but it goes to RHS, so minus 36. Okay, plus 2 into 4 plus 33. 33 plus 4, that is 37. 37 into 2, 74. 74 minus 36, that is 38. Okay, so you have to find out, therefore x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 2 is equal to 38 minus 2 under root, that is 36 under root means 6. So in both the cases you will get the value 6, but the procedure here, you have to remember the formula. Here you have to substitute the values which satisfies all the three conditions. Okay, both methods are correct, but this is direct identities method, algebraic identities, and the first method is using substitution, but that substitution is very difficult. When you have more practice, then only you can directly get the substitution values. Okay, next 86. If the volume of the sphere is 4851 centimeter cube, then its surface area. What is the formula for volume of the sphere? 4/3 pi, that is 22 by 7, and r cube equal to 4851. Okay, so now observe calculation or simplification. Let us observe 11 2s, 11 4s, 44, 11 4s, and it is 1. Okay, so r cube equal to 441 can be written as a 21 square, and 7 into 3 21, and 4 into 2 8, 8 can be written as 22 cube. So what is the value of r? 21 by 2. Now you have to find out surface area. What is the formula for surface area of a sphere? It is a 4 pi r square. So 4 into 22 by 7 into r square, that is 21 by 2 into 21 by 2. Direct substitution in the formulas. So 7 1s, 7 3s, 2 into 2 4 4 cancel, 21 into 3 63 into 22, 3 into 2 6 is the unit digit. Where 6 is unit digit, the fourth option, so directly you can put the value fourth option. That's it, no need to take anything. Okay, direct formula. Next 87. If the 11 digit number 5678x432267y is divisible by 72, then the value of 5x plus 8y is equal to how much? 5x plus 8y is equal to how much? 72. When a number is divisible by 72, definitely it has to be divisible by 9 and also divisible by 8, because the factors of 72, 9 and 8 are there. Yes, so how or when a number is divisible by 8? If last three numbers are divisible by 8, then definitely the total number is divisible by 8. So 670y is divisible by 8 when 8 8's 64, okay, and 3 is there, 3 and y. What is the number? 3 and what is the number which is divisible by 8? 8 4's 32, yes or no? That's why if y is equal to 2, then only this 672 is divisible by 8. If 672 is divisible by 8, then total number is divisible by 8. So finally I can tell y equal to how much? 2. Very good. Next, how do you find out the divisibility rule of 9? Sum of the digits are divisible by 9. Our digital sum is divisible by 9. So here the number is 5678 x 43267 and y is equal to how much? 2. So now this number is divisible by 9, then I can calculate the value of x. Yes or no? Okay. So digital sum. So how do you find out the digital sum? Whenever there is any sum of any numbers is 9, then you can cancel out those numbers. Okay. 7 plus 2, 9, cancel out. 6 plus 3, 9, cancel out. 5 plus 4, 9, cancel out. 7 plus 2, 9, cancel out. 8 plus 6 lo 1 తీసేస్తే 9 cancel out and 5 is there. 5 plus x should be equal to how much? Digital sum, that is 9. So what is the value of x? 9 minus 5, 4. If x is equal to 4, then only the total number of digits, sorry, the total sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Okay, so now x is equal to 4 and y equal to 2, then 5x plus 8y, 5x plus y under root 5 into 4, that is 20, 8 into 2, 16, 20 plus 16, 13, 6 under root means 6. Second option is the correct answer. Okay, so this is the correct value for the question number 87. Next, 88. If square root of 10 minus 2 root 21 plus square root of 8 plus 2 root 15 is equal to root a plus root b, where a and b are positive integers, then the value of ab is closest to under root, ab under root is closest to how much? Very simple, not to worry. Here you have root over 10 minus 2 root 21 and root over 8 plus 2 root 15. In algebra, I told you how do you find out square root of a surd? Yes or no? Here 21 can be written as 7 into 3 and 10 can be written as 7 plus 3. So what is the answer? Root 7 and root 3. Since here minus is there, root 7 minus root 3 is the square root of 10 minus 2 root 21. That's it. Next, 15 can be written as 5 into 3 and 8 can be written as 5 plus 3. So what is the value of the square root of this surd? Root 5 plus root 3. That's it. So sum of these two surds is equal to root a plus root b. Sum, if I add these two values, root 3 cancel. So what is the value I will get? Root 7 plus root 5. It is given as root a plus root b. What is the value of a? 7. What is the value of b? 5. Now tell me the value of square root of ab, that is square root of 35. Square root of 36 is 6. So square root of 35 is nearer to 6 but less than 6. So the option which is nearer to 6 and less than 6 is nothing but 5.9. That is first option is the correct answer. So if you find out the square root of a surd, then it is easy. Otherwise it takes somewhat more time. Okay. Next, 89. If 3 cot square theta minus cos square theta equal to cos square theta and phi, it is phi, and phi lies between 0 to 90, then value of tan square phi plus cosecant square phi plus sin square phi is equal to how much? It is very simple. If I directly multiply 3 into cot square phi, 3 cot square phi minus 3 cos square phi, it వచ్చేస్తే వస్తుంది plus 3 cos square phi and again you have cos square phi, total 4 cos square phi. Yes, cot square phi can be written as cos square phi by sin square phi. Yes. So cos square cancel. So what is the value of sin square phi? Sin square phi after cross multiplication 3 by 4. So what is sin phi? Root 3 by 2. So which angle for the sine has root 3 by 2? That is phi equal to 60 degrees. 560. So substitute those values. Tan square 60. Tan square 60 is 3. Cosecant square 60, that is 4 by 3. Sin square 60, that is 3 by 4. So definitely what is the LCM? 12. 12 has LCM in only one option. I can directly put that option, but we can check it. So 3, 36, 3 4s, that is 16, 4 3s 9. 16 plus 9, 25 plus 36, 61 by 12, that is third option. That's it. Okay, you can easily get the correct answer. Okay, next 90th. So you have to solve it in very easy manner also, not to worry. So what you have to find out here? Square root of cosecant phi minus cot phi by cosecant phi plus cot phi divided by sin phi by 1 plus cos phi, which is equal to how much? Okay, so here you can take phi equal to 45 like that. Okay, 45 is also simple, then also you will get it. But if I take 45, first suppose if I take phi equal to 45, cosecant 45 root 2, secant 45 also root 2. Yes, but okay, well check it whether the option is root 2 or 1 or 1 by 2. Let's check it. Okay, if I take phi equal to 45, cosecant 45, that is root 2 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 under root divided by sin phi, that is 1 by root 2, 1 plus 1 by root 2. Okay, so 2 and 1 are consecutive natural numbers, so I can directly write down 1 by root 2 plus 1 as root 2 minus 1. So root 2 minus 1 into root 2 minus 1, that is root 2 minus 1 whole square, but it is under root. So that's why I can write direct total value as root 2 minus 1 divided by, here if I take LCM, root 2 cancel, 1 by 1 or 1 by root 2 plus 1, since I take the LCM. So now root 2 by minus 1 by 1 by root 2 plus 1, that is equal to how much? Root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 1, it is how much? 1. So in options, which value has 1? Only one option, so first option is the correct answer. Otherwise, how can I solve it? What is the procedure to solve it? It is also easy. Okay, I'll explain that is also, don't worry. Here we have in the denominator, first I'll tell you sin phi by 1 plus cos phi is there, and it is given as cosecant phi minus cot phi by cosecant phi plus cot phi under root. We have an identity. What is that identity? Cosecant square phi minus cot square phi is equal to 1. Yes, from this we can write down directly cosecant phi minus cot phi is equal to 1 by cosecant phi plus cot phi. We already discussed in trigonometry also. Okay, so now I can write this as sin phi by 1 plus cos phi. If I divide with sin phi to the numerator and denominator, sin phi by sin phi 1, and 1 plus cos phi by sin phi, individually divide 1 by sin phi, that is cosecant phi, plus cos phi by sin phi, cot phi. Clear? And here cosecant phi minus cot phi, I can write down in place of cosecant phi minus cot phi, I can write down what? 1 by cosecant phi plus cot phi. We have already cosecant phi plus cot phi, which is multiplied with cosecant phi plus cot phi. So these two get multiplied and you will get square root. Here we have square root. So square root square cancel. So finally you will get what? 1 by cosecant phi plus cot phi. Both get cancelled out. So divided, both are same. So what is the final answer? 1. So 1 is the correct answer. Clear? So with this I'll conclude this session, and in the next session I'll tell you the remaining models. or 91 to 100. With that I'll conclude the total questions of the September 12th shift. Next I'll start September 13th shift, questions asked in September 13th also. So again I'll make 10 videos for September 13th also, and with that I'll conclude total questions which were asked in CGL mains 2018. Okay, so thank you very much and have a good day. All the very best to you and your preparation. Jai Hind.